Hey guys, welcome to part 6 of my guide. We'll be picking off where we left off today. I'm looking to possibly take Spain out, and I wanted to bring up something to take note of here if you're in a similar spot, is this age is about to end and we're going to lose this 5% extra admin efficiency. And that's gonna slow down our conquering for a little bit and before it becomes its full power of 27. Admin tech, and that's when we get another 10% admin efficiency. That'll put the cap at 90 admin efficiency, and that's kind of where we head into that world conquest phase. Significance of 5% admin efficiency when you're up at the 80 or 85 mark is humongous. Yeah, I'll give you an example of this later. And to check whether or not you could conquer somebody in a war, you're gonna go to their, just basically go click on one of their provinces, and you'll see this little icon here you'd hover over, and it's going to say at the bottom, the war score total for all French provinces is 128%. So we know with the Imperialism CB, we can actually take 125%. Just keep that in mind when you kind of want to see, like, how many wars do I need to take out a nation. Planning to attack Great Britain next. Our truce is about to expire, and I definitely want to weaken him. And now that I've got a province over there, I don't have to worry about crossing the channel. Do that before the war, of course. And one small tip is if you notice on this right pane, you can see that red means my guys are dying to attrition, so let's fix that. So I'm going to make another template here, call this 100. And I don't plan to leave it stacked as 100, it's just kind of a quick way to build them, and then I'll probably split them into groups of 50 or 25 depending on the attrition. Going to declare war on Great Britain now, pulling the Ottomans, and when you're warring any colonial nation, remember, you don't want to take any of their colony. It's a waste of time. You'll get all of their colonies once you fully conquer them. So this war is costing a lot of casualties, so I'm going to slacken standards, which does hurt my professionalism, but kind of just need them to do it. Actually, this was changed in the last patch, so now instead of being like it's not nearly as potent as it was before. You could kind of just on demand use it. Now it's gives you a buff, which I think is definitely more fair. Don't be afraid to lower your game to 4 speed. So rather than take anything from Sweden, I just want him to annul treaties. I want to take him in one war rather than getting a little bit here and getting a long truce. I'm going to white peace out Russia for a short truce. Now that I feel I have this war handled, I'm going to turn off the slacken. It can be easy to forget to turn off the slacken standards, and you got to be really careful with that, because you can literally lose all your professionalism in a matter of years. So you see the Enlightenment has begun. That means we have 120 months to enjoy the extra 5% admin efficiency. So when you're fighting someone like Great Britain, try to take provinces you know you can never get, like, or don't want to do, like stuff way over here. Think of it like this: like you can keep conquering these provinces war after war, but you're never going to want to go over to Africa and get those. And I remind you, I got this several times, but I'm going to once again. Removing and re-adding justified conflict here is really good. Extra 10 or negative 10% war score cost. Means more provinces for you. And even though I could take more from Britain, I want a large amount of the war score to be here, so I can probably just vassalize them later. Because if I was, for example, to take all the provinces here, it'd be much harder to get enough war score to do that. I want to show you a little trick for getting this great project here, Grand Palace of Bangkok. It's one of the better ones. Gives you 15% gov cap. And what you can do, rather than having to war with these guys, is oftentimes you can just charter company. And you can just buy it from them. You're pretty wealthy, so you don't mind just, 18k, but cool. Now you have this great project here, and it's super good. I'm trying to do something ambitious here. I want to Before I lose my extra 5%, I'm trying to go after Spain. So I'm going to do that and call in the Ottomans and see what we can do. We're probably going to want to try to get the other guys out of the war quick, like Portugal and Venice and all that. Basically, I'm going to go straight for Portugal's capital, and then try to get Venice out as well pretty fast. So as mentioned, getting Portugal out early first was my goal, so I'm going to do that, and that's fairly fast. White piece. My next goal is obviously getting Venice out, and of course, I'm going to siege up some of the colonies. It's going to be a two-front war. I believe the difficult point of this war is just going to be getting all Spain's allies out, and then once I get there, it should be smooth sailing. I can get Venice out for white peace, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now it's just basically Spain left. It is very nice that I have this other colonial nation down here fighting with me. I'm going to white peace out the Pope. I'm going to showcase a little trick to carping sieging the most effective way possible. Of course, I lack autonomous when I'm being lazy, but if I want to be effective, just besieging a province, hold down the D for detach and siege. And you're going to just click each province and then hit escape. Wish you want to grab your army. Grab all of them. Click, escape, escape. And I won't detach your cannons this way, but I don't really need it to. I'm going to do the same thing again. Highlight them all. Click, escape, escape, escape. Over and over. And I'll show you this how I pulled this off. You'll notice that Spain has a total of 109% of the war goal. So if I siege a good bit, since I'm able to take 125% with imperialism, I took enough to the point where then I could vassalize him. That's what we're going to do. Of course, improve relations with your recently conquered subject. Obviously, this is huge. We basically just got more, half or more of the new world is ours now. It's funny enough, I realized that my work since is 81%, and likely when this age ends, that could be an issue. I'm going to go ahead and show you what happens when you have 5% lower avid efficiency. Currently we're 81.7% work extension. Age ends and we jumped at 108.9. Okay, I was able to concentrate enough to not be over the 100% mark. We made it to the final age, Age of Revolutions. You're probably wondering, how are we going to world conquest from this point? Well, stay tuned to find out. And I'm going to go ahead and attack Portugal. Calling the Ottomans, of course. I'm going to send my guys over here down to fight. Deal with Portugal. Here's one really easy way to get your disloyal vassals to be loyal. Step up the provinces a little bit. And now you can see even the most disloyal, in this case Spain, is now loyal. And of course I could still placate local rulers, probably will just once, just get it a little lower. Cool. Okay, France has become revolutionary. So that gives you super negative penalties if you are against him. Of course, we're going to have to crush the revolution. That will be our next objective. Okay, I realize I'm just out of range now, so there's not much I can do about that. I'm gonna have to vassalize. Yeah, we're going to take a bunch of stuff from him and then make him our subject. Take a little less stuff because that'll be too overextended. What I'm looking at is this number here. You want to make sure it's below 100. Okay, I'm going to start annexing him probably. I'm going to recruit another 100 guys, and I need to deal with the revolution. It gives you some pretty nasty... I'll show you that actually. There it is. So it's called counter-revolution. So I'm going to get +5 in rest everywhere, -30 stab cost, and lose some nearly prestige. It also makes colonies super rebellious, so the revolution is something you want to handle fairly fast. So I can claim hegemony. I'm trying to decide which one I want. Basically, military was nerfed a bit because it used to get 5% admin efficiency, but it doesn't. Let's look at siege ability, which is actually kind of good later on. I don't know. I think I'll go military hegemon. I also like the line attrition modifier it gives you. Honestly, the Age of Revolution perks kind of blow. I mean, they're okay. I'm going to take this artillery bonus for forts. I could take unrestricted conquest. So yeah, just gonna pick artillery bonus for forts. Another round of town halls. We never upgrade this to rank 3, which we should have. That'll help. We're just gonna declare war, and we gotta declare this. Use a special DCB called Crush the Revolution. And just so you know, if you ever fight a war like this, it's very hard to convince them to end the war, basically. You can't even get white peace until you're at 50% war score. So when you attack back, you actually get these negative penalties. So it's huge. So basically, we were getting 5 unrest, now you're getting -10 unrest. So yeah, it's a little nice bonus. Of course, you only get that if you're at war with the revolutionary target. I won't cover it in this guide because it's not what it's about, but being revolutionary is actually pretty fun for certain nations. And yeah, I'll probably cover that in somewhere down the road on a different guide. You can grab this mission, Crush the Revolution, if you're at war with the revolutionary target. I believe the revolution will probably still happen. This is a separate thing that's unique to France. Like if you notice the map mode, like there's no provinces of revolutionary. I just think France has a unique event that they can be revolutionary earlier. But I believe like the revolution will still spread to my nation. It's usually me if I'm this strong. So you'll notice that even at 53% war score, I can't even get white peace because of the way the revolution works. Upgrade Timbuk to this project here to rank 3. Alright, negative tech cost, cool. Just want to get this a little cheaper. Again, once we have this, we're ready to go full-fledged conquer mode. Alright, I'm going to pick Diplomatic as my 7th idea group for this negative 20% war score cost. See, this happened anyways. I got the Center of the Revolution to appear in my province, even despite me trying to crush the revolution here. Alright, I'm just gonna end this war here. It's fine enough. Just gonna crush the revolution and then grab the Netherlands, as well as creating a connection to my lands down here. Don't worry guys, the revolution will be back shortly. So I got my first bit of colonial land here. I'm just gonna build some manpower buildings because I have struggled a little bit with manpower. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up this episode here. And our plan is to fight Great Britain next. And I want to take a second to just thank everyone for the support. The subs have been great, and the views are pretty awesome. I never thought I'd have 1,000 views. Kind of assuming this as kind of my own little passion project, but yeah, I appreciate all the support, and have a nice day.